Hello and welcome to Folio Weekly Magazine. I'm Rob Nicholson. My guest is multi-platinum American country music singer, songwriter, record producer, actress, author, Sara Evans. Sara, thank you so much for coming to talk to us at Folio Weekly.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
We're really excited about your show coming up on Thursday, May 4th at the Thrasher Horn Center. It's a beautiful performance center. How has the tour been going so far?
Well, you know, I always laugh when people ask me that because I feel like I never stop touring. We kind of go year-round, and that's what's so cool about country music because most of us are, you know, weekend warriors. So since, you know, Tennessee is really kind of in the middle of the country, we're able to, you know, bust out like on a Wednesday night or a Thursday night and do a whole weekend of shows and then, you know, be home on a Monday morning or Sunday morning. So I tour pretty much year round and I absolutely love it. I think this year we're going to do about 80 shows and it's awesome. And for the past 3 or 4 years, I've had at least one, sometimes two of my kids on the road with me, playing guitar and singing harmony. So that's, you know, super fun because they all grew up on the tour bus. I have 3 kids and the youngest is 18. And so, you know, they feel like the tour bus is their home and I feel the same way.
You know, that's great that you're doing that because you've actually started at a very young age, but in a family band.
Yes. When I was 4 years old, I was growing up on a farm in Missouri. I have 2 older brothers and 4 younger sisters. And my brothers started taking guitar lessons when I was 4. And they came home and, you know, started learning their songs and practicing their lesson. And I would just start singing along with them. And our parents kind of did a double take and realized, you know, that we all have musical talent, but not just like normal, but, you know, great musical talent. And both of my parents love music. Both of them have, you know, great singing voices, but neither of them ever did it, you know, sang on stage or anything like that. But I would say the music genetics come from both sides of my family. And so, hold on, think about that. Getting text from my son right now. So my mother went out and bought a bunch of music equipment and hired musicians. And by the time I was 6 or 7 years old, I was singing in bars, watching drunk people two-step.
That's awesome.
I literally grew up on stage. We were poor farmers and we were local celebrities. So it was really cool. It was a great way to grow up. And it, you know, taught me how to be a performer. So by the time I moved to Nashville when I was 19, you know, I was ready. I mean, I had already been on stage my entire life, and I knew that if I could just, you know, get in front of somebody and open my mouth and sing for them, that I would get a record deal.
You know, in listening to your records and getting ready to talk to you, there's such an authentic sound to your voice, no matter what you're singing. I guess it was the young, starting at a young age, were you able to develop that gift?
I think so. I think, yeah, it just comes from years and years and years of doing it. So I always joke and say that my vocal cords are made of leather by now. And I've always had a really, really strong, powerful voice. And, you know, that's just the way God made my singing voice. And so I think it sounds really authentic because it is really authentic. You know, it's just my sound. And even though I grew up performing other people's music, because we had to do wedding dances and bar gigs and, you know, so you had to be prepared to, you know, take requests and play any song that, you know, they might want to hear. So my mom would just make sure that we knew all the top 40 country songs and, you know, all the classics. And so I could sing, you know, Dolly Parton, and then I would do old time rock and roll. And so I think it's just, you know, years and years of doing it. But I do think that I have an original sounding voice, for sure.
No question there. You know, the one thing about you too is you make being a performer look really easy, and it's not, is it?
You know, the answer to that question is yes and no. It is easy for me because I was born to do it. It's sort of like when you watch someone play tennis, and on one hand, they make it look easy, and it's not. But then on the other hand, it is kind of easy for them because, it's just, being a singer is like being an athlete. You're using a muscle, and you're making your body, your voice, to do what you tell it to do. And so I would say that part of it is easy. The travel and the industry business side of things, that's not easy.
Right. We understand that. Now, you've been your last record, Copy That, a great record.
Thank you.
You're still kind of presenting songs from that, or what can people expect at the show?
Yeah, so we do 3, maybe 4 songs from Copy That. And Copy That is an album that I'm so proud of because I always wanted to record a covers album to show people that I'm not just a country singer, that I can sing all kinds of music, and I love, all kinds of music. And so with Copy That, I was finally able to do that and show my fans these other sides of me where I put on Come On Eileen and My Sharona, and there's a John Mayer song on there. And so it's just a wide variety of songs that you probably wouldn't expect to hear from Sara Evans. So my son Avery played all the guitar parts on that record. My daughter Olivia and I did all the harmonies, and I co-produced it with a guy named Jared Kay. And he's not even a country guy. He's more in the pop world. And we just had a blast. So definitely we do some songs from that, but the majority of the show is just hit songs.
Awesome. We're talking with Sara Evans. She'll be at the Thrasher Horn Center on Thursday, May the 4th. There are some tickets still available, and you can get them through Thrasher Horn. Sara, we can't wait to have you in town.
Thank you so much. And again, my daughter will be there, so if anybody wants to come and hear my daughter sing, just, that's an added bonus.
A perfect opportunity. It's a perfect opportunity. Thank you again, Sara. For Folio Weekly Magazine, I'm Rob Nicholson.